Hey everybody, it's Elizabeth and welcome back to my garden. So I'm trying to put together some helpful videos for anybody new to gardening. So if you come across issues, you can save this video, you can send it to someone that you know is new to gardening maybe. So in today's video I want to talk about what is fungus on your plants, what does it look like, how to deal with it. Let me show you. So it's fall in my cottage garden and fungus sets in midsummer. Okay, so you'll start to notice it on your plants, but by fall it's very obvious. It's very obvious. Leaves yellowing can mean so many different things, so it really depends on your plant, so you have to watch them. But if you get spots like this is a fungus. Okay, it's not harmful for you to touch, but it will kill the plant. Here's another fungus really common to roses. Okay, and keep in mind this is a plant I have been treating, so it could be way worse. But anyways, so this is what fungus looks like. If you have leaves that are strictly just yellowing, that's likely too much or too little water. It could be a problem with the nutrients if you are feeding it too much or not feeding it at all. But when you've got these spots, I mean, it just looks like a fungus, like she's infected, right? So it's very easy to treat, but it's not a one-time treatment thing, okay? So you're gonna go gang on it for the rest of the season because that's the only way to deal with it. So with the fungus, you're gonna treat it with a fungicide. You can buy this at Walmart, Home Depot, any big box store. Numerous brands out there. If you want to look for organic options, check out Amazon. Just put in fungicide, organic fungicide, whatever. I did try an organic option earlier this year just to try it out. It was one I got from Grove. But this is just really easy to get your hands on. This stuff smells, okay? It does not smell good. It says it's a fungicide, insecticide, and miticide, because you can get mites in gardens. Controls black spot, rust, and powdery mildew. Okay, so that's primarily what we're looking at. So the powdery mildew looks more like a white substance on leaves. I don't have any plants that have it right now to show you, but it looks like there's white powder on your plants. It's more common in cucumbers, pumpkins, any of your vine crops, watermelons, pumpkins, gourds, stuff like that tend to get the powdery mildew. Some tomatoes can if you're overwatering them or you live in a place where you get a lot of rain. So anyways, with this, it's so easy. You guys just get this and you're going to go in and I've got it closed. Let's see. Spray? Yeah. You're going to do the broad spray, so it's not just like the string spray. And you see how the leaves look wet? You're going to spray just where it's at. Okay, it's called a spot treatment because it can spread from leaf to leaf. But if you just spray where it's at, you're likely to kill it in the spot that it's in. Something I mentioned in a video earlier this year, longer video, is that I was getting this in a front flower bed that has all flowers in front of my house, and it happened every year. And not just on roses, but it was getting roses, hostas, whatever I put up there. And I realized that it was I needed to treat the soil too. So if you've got like one plant, it's like, see in this area, this is the only plant affected. These do not have it. These do not have it. It's literally just this one guy and then this guy. And it happens every year with these two plants. But if you have a situation where you have 2 or 3 plants together that it's happening to, then when you do your treatment, then I would recommend you go through and you spray your treatment. But also come down here and get the soil around. When I started treating my front flower bed and treating the entire bed, I started noticing a vast improvement in both of the roses that I have up front. And that's what you want. You want the vast improvement. So what I was going to say is if you've got that happening in a bed, go ahead and treat as much as you can in that one area. But anyway, so the protocol is to do this once a week. Once you see it starting on any of your plants, once a week, probably the rest of the season. You could say until it's gone, but it's probably not ever going to be gone. You're just going to do it the rest of the season to help that plant kind of fight it off, rebound, because basically using the fungicide, it like slowly kills part of the fungicide, but not all of it. So you've just got to keep doing it, unfortunately. So so then yeah, you're just doing that the rest of the season. So definitely something to keep in mind. It's unfortunate whenever you get it. If you want to try and like get rid of it for the season, you can go heavy on that spray in the soil in that bed, wherever that's at, and see if that'll help. Odds are it'll probably still come back next year, because the thing is, you know, you're trying to grow things in nature, and like nature just does things. Like funguses just live in the soil. Now you can have an area where there's an overgrowth, and definitely you want to try and help that. But I just don't think that, I don't believe personally that you can just get rid of all of it. I think it's just part of it, and you just gotta do your best. There are some plants that can live in soil with like a fungus, and they just don't get affected. And I think that just speaks to the DNA strength of that specific plant. The ones I have, out of everything I've got, most susceptible to fungus are tomatoes, hibiscus, whether tropical or annual or perennial, hydrangeas, and hostas. Those are my big ones. Right now, every single rose, hosta, hibiscus, and hydrangea I have on my property has a fungus right now. And they do it every year. So it's just like, but like other stuff is just totally fine. And they can be right by it and they're fine. So, and like I was mentioning with this red rose right here that we just treated, there's 3 hostas on the other side of that, and they aren't having it. They don't have the fungus. So it's not like spread to its neighbors. Even though hostas are susceptible to a fungus, it hasn't spread yet. So it's just confined to this rose, which is great. And it could partially be because I don't completely deadhead my roses. I don't cut them all the way back to the ground. Maybe if I did, maybe the next year it wouldn't have the fungus. I'm not sure. You gotta think it's a fungus. It's just living on stuff like the stems and the leaves and all that jazz. And it is actually, now that I look at it from afar, you can see the fungus goes up to about here. And this is where I cut the plant back to last year, is I cut it back to right there, because I like it this tall, and this is about how tall it gets every year. It's about eye level for me. But yeah, she does kind of look like it's more so at the bottom. Could be too just because fungus, it comes from the soil, so it kind of is going up the plant. This yellowing over here is just a leaf that fell out of the tree. So you can see the top 2 feet are clean. However, I don't think it has to do with pruning. I say that now because this hibiscus that has it, this is a perennial hibiscus. It's a softwood. So so I cut her to the ground in winter, and she comes back new every year because the wood is soft. And so all this is new growth, brand new. And the last year's old growth that I cut down, you can see in here. So this is all new, and she still got it pretty bad, and she got it last year too. So I don't think it's a pruning thing. So yeah, so just find your really good fungicide. The key to success is consistency, making yourself a weekly alarm on your phone or reminder on your calendar, or try to do it like every Saturday morning whenever you do your gardening, whatever. Be consistent with it. It will help the plant try to fight it off. It can fight some or most of it off, and the plant can be like healthy-ish, as healthy as it can be with the fungus, and it can still be okay. So hopefully this video was helpful for you. And again, like I said, if you know anyone who is new to gardening and could really use the helpful information, share the video with them, and I hope you guys have an awesome day.